I hope I have a shirt.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey, here we are. What? July 20th, 2016, 5:11 p.m. Pacific, 8:11 p.m. Eastern. David Nesdall, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Johnny?
Awesome, man. Very cool. Rob Johnson is about to pop in. I told him we're live, so hopefully he knows.
Decent.
Yeah, we are live. Okay, I'm telling him.
Nice.
You ready? Okay. We are actually on. Okay, there we go. All right.
Okay, ready.
Cool. Cool. Okay, yeah, I couldn't wait anymore because it's like 11 after.
Right.
So all the links that you shared, if you get any,
Yeah.
you'll be responsible for anything that comes to those. Are you able to see if anything comes to those?
Well, I'll just do what I can here.
Yeah, you'll get notifications.
I'll stay on.
You'll be notified.
Notification.
You'll be notified. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta open up some other windows here.
Erica Watson likes our post that we're live right now.
Huh?
Erica Watson likes my post that we're live right now.
Cool. Cool. If you're
There's an
watching,
actual female watching.
if you're watching, hello.
Hello,
Cool.
Erica.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So anyway, welcome everybody. We got 14 people already. 13 people. Whoops.
Oh boy.
Oh, back to 14. Okay, good. Cool. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna talk about I don't know, some Van Halen guitars apparently. Hey, Stefan, right? Stefan, how you doing, man? Oh yeah, real quick. Frank C had a question. He wanted to know oh, where's my thing? YouTube. Yeah, and that noise you guys are hearing, that's Nesdall's air conditioning. Yeah. Every time it goes back to you, you hear
Yeah,
like
it's my
you hear like
Sorry.
you can hear like air and stuff. Let's see. Okay. Frank C. Oh, hey, Kyle Norton. Yo. Hey, Kyle. Okay. Frank C. He wanted to ask you if you can comment on how you had your kill switch wired. As in, is the LED light working?
No, the LED doesn't work. It needs a battery. For the LED to work, it needs to be on a battery, and I wasn't gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a regular LED. You wire it from the switch right to the jack, and then the jack, and it's wired.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, man? Is it Bitry? Bitry? Oh, hey, Vinny. Yo, Vinny.
Hey, Vinny.
Hey, Mike Kraus, how are you doing? Good evening. I guess it's evening where some people are. For me, it's still, I don't know, late afternoon. I don't know. Is 5 o'clock late afternoon? That's not evening, is it?
It's evening. Yeah, it's the beginning of the evening.
Okay, cool, cool. So hey, so what's that guitar you got there? Well, let me just say real quick. We did a hangout a couple days ago. Rob and I were on for an hour, and then Nesdall popped in for like another hour, and he showed off that guitar. So unless you watched the hangout a couple days ago and you actually watched the entire thing, you probably wouldn't have seen that guitar. So this could almost be a new Guitar Dave, I guess.
This is, well, kind of.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Bill.
It's a PB Wolfgang arch top, and I would say that this is probably midnight blue, if you want to call it. I don't know if they called it midnight blue, but
is that
kind of what I would
is that
call
the
it.
Lou Gramm signature guitar?
Is it what? Yeah, the Lou Gramm signature PB Wolfgang.
Midnight
Blue.
Blue.
It's a blue flame top, but the flame is so black that
Hey, Rob.
It makes the blue kind of look dark. Hey, Rob, what's up?
Hey guys, yeah, Dave,
What's
that's a
going on?
smoking Peavy. It does. It's a very dark blue. It looks beautiful. Almost looks navy.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
thanks. Yeah, it's kind of between navy and I guess midnight blue, or I don't know.
I want to sing that
Mercedes
song
blue.
now.
Yeah, that is
Black
cool.
blue.
But it's
That
a
is
flame top, and it's really insanely flamed. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Maybe you can. Can you see the flame in there at all?
Yep.
I can see some curtains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
cool.
And then look at all these birds that are on here.
Yeah, that's
It's
incredible.
crazy.
Beautiful.
And then it's just, it goes forever.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
So I opened it up. I took the neck off this morning, and there were no shims in it at all. And the action is set perfectly the way I like it. How low I like my action. With no, I mean, the guitar was built like it was made for me. And sometimes,
What year is that?
I believe it's either a 1999 or a 2000.
Okay, that's about the
But
same era as my purple one. Yeah, it's almost the exact same era. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to get that one and my purple one next to each other. That one and Scott's. I bet they're,
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
It's really, I'm very happy with it. As you know, I really wanted a purple one, but there wasn't one available. So,
I know.
so
I know.
I'm actually
That's one of a kind.
really glad. I'm really glad that I was able to get this one. So it's. I've grown to love the color. I love everything about it. It's great. And yesterday I played it all day, and I ABCD'd it to all of my other Wolfgangs, all the EVH ones.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to admit it, but I have to say that this is the best sounding one of the bunch, including my white one. It's more pleasing.
Well, I looked in the back.
I'm sorry?
I look in the background of your. No, I was just gonna say I look in the background of your guitars and I see the ivory EVH Wolf, with the ebony neck and then the natural one,
Yep.
and then the red one. And I'll tell you, that Peavy is a good combination. I think I hate to see you get rid of the Stealth, but I think that was the one to move on, because I think that is a good addition. I think it rounds out your collection a lot more. Very nice.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
why I got rid of the Stealth. I mean, I have 3 EVH gear Wolfgangs, and I love all 3 of them, and I love the Stealth too. But it's the one that got the least amount of playing time, and the person that I traded it to loved it, wanted a Stealth because he has a whole bunch of them, and he didn't have a Stealth. Plus, he wanted the 2012 tour guitar. And that's what mine was. Basically, it's a 2011, but it was made to look like the 2012 tour guitar. And he offered me this guitar, and I was like, well, I'm waiting on a purple one. We'll see what happens. And when you decided that you wanted to keep yours, which I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You should have one. And again, I want to just apologize if it sounded like I was pressuring you into taking your guitar. I want to apologize, but I didn't mean to.
No, not at all.
All right, but again,
no, not at all.
He called me and says, "Listen, my deal still stands. If you want to do a trade," and I'm like, "Well, okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens." And the guitar grew on me real fast, real fast. So that's it. That's the guitar in a nutshell.
Is that your favorite guitar now?
That's a beautiful.
Well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely the best sounding one of the bunch, and I do love it. I'm gonna need a little more time with it to find out if it's my favorite. My white one is still gonna be my favorite one. It just feels incredible. I've bonded with that guitar, but. I really do love this guitar. It feels wonderful. sounds and it plays great. It's just really good, and it don't look bad.
Only thing you
either.
gotta do is you gotta get a PV.
A PV what?
The only thing you gotta do is get a PV Wolfgang strap for it now. Get an actual PV Wolfgang strap, just to round it out.
I have one. I have one. I have one in brown.
Oh, okay, okay.
I do. I've got a brown one. I just have to. I have to put
Yeah.
the dog leash locks on it, and I'll have.
Awesome.
So, anyway, yeah, that's the guitar.
Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, it's really hard to tell
That is
that's blue, but
I know.
you should take some photos of it outside, maybe.
Yeah. My friend Debbie DeLeo writes in the comments, "You need a purple one." Yeah. And our friend David says, which headstock do you like better, the PV or the Fender Wolfgang? And I don't really care either. They're both cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was surprised Hubbard took his purple one and cut out the spoon. You know,
Yeah,
out of that. I was kind of surprised they did that. I mean, I still like.
Right. I think
I just like the way those PVs are. You know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, look at the birds on top of the spoon. That's incredible. I didn't even notice that.
The spoon. Scoop. I think it's a scoop.
The scoop, spoon, whatever.
That is a good. Yeah. It seems like birds on the spoon.
So, yeah, I think Hubbard did it because at the time he couldn't get it. He couldn't get an EVH Wolfgang, so he made his PV look like an EVH.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
So I have to apologize if it looks like I'm staring at my phone because this is the only way I can get all the comments that are coming in.
Well, I'm gonna have to apologize too because I'm gonna have to stare at my iPad now because we have a million comments already. So let's go ahead and read some of these. Stefan says I got his name right. Good. He also says every day seems like a new guitar day for Dave. Pretty much.
Yeah,
Mike Krause
I know.
says beautiful guitar.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Stefan says Dave and Rob need a date night for their PVs. Ooh.
Yes, we
might be coming
definitely
up,
need to make a play date.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Absolutely.
Definitely need a play date.
Absolutely.
Oh man, excuse me. Jimmy, is it Bitry? Bitry? Do you remember, Rob? Which one was it?
What's that, Johnny?
Jimmy.
Is it Vitry?
Bitry? It was long. He said long I. So which is that?
I think it's
Vitry.
Dimitri.
Bit.
Long Eye is Vitry.
Bitry. Or is it Biter? It's the East. This is like
Biter,
man. Okay. Anyway,
Bitter.
Jimmy. Oh yeah, don't say. Oh, your dog's right there. Don't say that. Biter. Jimmy says he purchased a MXR EVH 5050 Overdrive today. Very cool. Awesome.
Nice.
I love those pedals, man. I need to get one. I'm the only guy in the world that doesn't have one. It sounds identical to my 2004 PV Special 212 Transtube 2 Red Stripe Combo Amplifier.
Wow.
That I've turned
A trans tube? So that's a solid state amp, isn't it?
I think so.
I think so. Well, it's a solid state pedal, isn't it? But I'm still keeping it. Oh, the amp. He's keeping the amp.
Cool.
Awesome. Mark says, Dave, the how do you pronounce it? Vetus?
Oh, the Vetus guitar, yes.
Vetus. The Vetus striping
Yeah.
looked really nice. What tape do you use for the different colors? So what size taping do you guys use when you guys do these
Well,
things?
you use 3/4 inch, half-inch, 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, and 16 inch. All the sizes.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what guitar it is. Yeah. Kind of
Yeah,
depends on
you know,
what guitar it is.
if you want, I can show the photos that I have the guitar, you know, of where the stages are at the moment.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool. Yeah, just make sure you you look at your phone before you swipe.
Yes, of course.
We've learned lessons.
So this is the front of the Vitas guitar, and you can see.
Hey, Vinny. 802 Blues, what up,
Hang on,
man?
let me.
Diamond Dave Lucy is saying, I've never heard of the Vitas. What is it?
It's the Music Zoo guitar. Do you see the even the seagulls? Can you see them at all? Oh, now I got. How about that?
Yeah,
They
I
even
saw
look
some.
People
different.
should.
I saw some real ones last week at the beach.
People need to start watching our old videos, because half of these
Here's the back
questions
of the
people are
guitar.
asking.
Oh, people watch them all the
This is
time.
the back of the guitar.
Half of these people that ask these questions don't watch our backlog videos. If they watched half of our videos, they'd already have the answers, because we answer this stuff like time and time again.
Yeah. I also have the Rome, Italy guitar painted red and white already.
Nice. That's cool.
And the back of the guitar,
That's
the back of the guitar, this is our best guess on what it would look like, because since Felice did the job on the original one, there's no stripe that goes around the body. So every stripe that's on the front of the guitar it just continues to the back. And this is what it would look like for every stripe to continue from the front to the back. And that's what it would look like. So that's probably, my guess is that's probably about 90% correct to the original one.
Yeah. Boy, Dave, I'll bet you're damn close.
What's that?
I said, I'll bet you're damn close. Seriously.
Probably.
You know?
And here are the two necks. The bigger headstock is the one that Paul Unkert did, and that's that's going to be the original 1984 neck for the giveaway guitar. And the other one is a Musicraft neck, and that's going to be it's so bright you can't see all the stripes on it. But that's going to be the Vitas neck. And it looks more like the Vitas neck anyway, because the original one is a bit smaller than the 1984 neck.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Unkert had said that there were three sizes that he went by, and that's the smallest of the three sizes. Where the 1984 neck and the 5150 neck were the mid two sizes, and the headstock that's on the Kramer ad guitar was the largest of all the headstocks. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that Unkert. Hey, Eduardo. Oh yes, we'll get to that, man. I have a question. that Unkert. Oh, this question's for Dave. That Unkert headstock, that neck, is that the one that he made for you?
Yes.
The one where he actually pieced the pieces together and everything?
Yep, it is.
Oh. Man, I wouldn't have painted that. I wouldn't have painted that.
Well, the cool thing about it is you'll be able to see everything through the paint. You'll be able to see the where he doweled the holes, and you'll be able to see both sides of where he used his grandfather's bedpost. You can see all that because the paint seeps right through it.
Mm-hmm.
So and you can see it on any one of Eddie's original guitars, even the 5150. The 1984 guitar, all of those guitars, you can see where all the old holes were doweled, including the Music Zoo guitar. Any of those headstocks, you can see it. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see it. I'll be able to show you photos close up once the guitar gets to be red. Once the headstocks are red, you'll be able to see that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so we have a bunch. We got a million. We should probably try to get to all these questions as fast as we can, because yeah, we can only.
Yeah, let's do them.
We got
Let's do it.
we got half an hour left. We can only do an hour tonight. Davin. Davin says, or was it Davin? They're saying something. They're typing. Ask Dave which headstock he likes better, the PV or the Fender Wolfgang.
That's what I answered it already. I answered it already. I said I like them both equally. He also asked another question, and he wanted to know, when I buy a new guitar, is it strictly for the collection or because I like to play it? And it's really both. You know, I love playing these things, and I play them out, but it's also to complete whatever collection I want. And it's my party. Yeah. If I want to cry, I'll cry. I'll cry if I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, that goes for me too. When I buy a new guitar or I make a new guitar, I want to play it, but I also want it for the collection. So.
Mm-hmm. Vinny asks, when you and Rob really like your guitar. I think Vinny's asking, when you and Rob, when you guys make your guitars, do you use photographs?
Yes, because we don't get to see the original ones.
Well, I don't go by memory. I have to have something to go by.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have I don't have a photographic memory.
Vinny, what we do is we get all the photographs we can get, and we do all of our research first, and then once we get enough research done, we do the guitar. The only guitar that I'm not using photographs for is the Music Zoo Vita Scarolitis guitar, because it's 10 minutes away from me, and I've had it in my hands so many times that I've actually taken photos of it in every direction you can. So I've got photos of that guitar 360 degrees in everywhere, so I can make an exact duplicate.
Awesome.
When I sit down and I do a striped guitar, I will typically sit down. I don't like looking on a computer. For some reason, I'm kind of old school. When I do a striped guitar, this is the answer to Vinny's question too, I'll answer it kind of like Dave, just my personal preference. I will actually get on the computer and I will print out as many pictures as I can. And I'll basically sit down at the kitchen's table and I'll put the pictures all around the table with different angles. And every time I peel off a piece of tape, like when I did this Frankenstrat, years ago, this is a kind of a tough one, because this one you really have to get almost exact, because it's such a, if you don't get the Frankenstrat right at all, you can tell. But they're all kind of like that. But I'll sit down and I'll go back, and it probably takes me 5 minutes every single piece of tape that I put down before I put it down. Even when I look at it and I look at a picture, on my right flank on the table, I'll go, okay, now I have to compare it to this one, because pictures can be very deceiving, and you have to really look at it from all angles. So when I actually put the tape down, I'm really, really analyzing exactly where it goes. I look to see where it goes, on the end of the horn. I look to see where it goes through the pickup route. It's kind of a tedious process, and it takes time to actually strike up a guitar. Once you get it all taped up, painting, it's easy. You just spray it, and that's more of technique-based. But taping the guitar is the part that you really want to take your time with. And we're kind of lucky now because of all the Japanese magazines where we have, pictures of basically front and back of most of Eddie's straight guitars. I mean, the one Dave's doing, the hard rock guitar is, Dave, you were looking for pictures of that for how long? Long time, right?
Yeah, there's no such thing, and I'll bet any one of my guitars that there will never be a photo of the back of that guitar, because if that guitar ever comes out of its case, no one's ever going to think to take a photo of the back of it, because no one cares. So it's just not going to happen. So as far as I'm concerned, my guitar is the only other one in the world that I know of. So who's going to care?
Never say never, man.
Well, I'll be dead by then. Doesn't matter.
Watch, next week, a photo comes out and Dave, drops dead. He sees the photo and, passes out, and that's it.
Yeah, right after it's done.
Okay. Did I mention I get to pick the one?
Either way it
I get
works.
to pick the one.
I remember when I did the 84.
What?
Well, Dave, remember when we did our 84
What do you
guitars
remember,
years
Rob?
ago? I mean, we're talking off. I remember we did our 84. I said, remember years ago we did our 84 guitars, and like, you know, we just got so sick of waiting to see the pictures of the back, and we all just kind of went, you know, whatever. I mean, Scott Smith, Jerry, myself, you, and we all did our 84 guitars, and we're just like, kind of like guessed on what the back would look like. And then all of a sudden, one day, boom, here comes this Young Guitar magazine. Here's the back of the 1984, and whoa,
And we
there's
all
the
had to
Z,
redo 'em.
1984, and we're all like, oh crap, we got to redo our guitars now. You know?
Yeah, we all redid them. Yeah. Johnny got a nice present because of that.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Johnny doesn't care. If the
Right
back's
there. Dave gave me
Yeah, I
this
know.
guitar as
I
a
know he
gift.
doesn't care. That's why it was easy. It was easy to give him a guitar because he doesn't care what it looks like.
Nah, I don't care at all.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds great. That's all I care about is that sounds and plays great, which it does. Which it definitely does.
And it looks great.
It does look great.
Yeah.
It really does.
It does. Okay, Jimmy
The
says
dogs are
it's-
driving me nuts here. I'm house sitting.
Huh? You're not at your house?
These two dogs are driving me. No, I'm at the ex-wife's house. I'm house sitting for the dogs because the ex-wife and kids are on vacation, so the dogs are here tearing it up and playing and driving me nuts. Ugh. But that's okay. They're having fun. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
What was that noise?
That was him rubbing the mic on the iPad. Okay, Jimmy says his name is Biter, right? Is that right, Jimmy? Biter. I think. Let's see. Okay, real quick. 802 Blues. He says he saw a photo of Eddie online with his guitar and had a little stand on the back. What was that for? He's asking.
That was the tray
Could it be
table.
the tray table, the butler tray.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little thing that flipped out.
It allowed the guitar to be vertical like this, or I guess that would be horizontal. Horizontal like this, so he could play it like a piano. In 1984, that's how he did some of his standalone guitar solo like that.
Mhm. Mhm. And yeah.
And if you guys watch
I'll post a
one
link.
of Johnny's videos, Johnny did a video for everybody out there back months and months ago of actually one of the main riffs that Eddie did during the 1984 tour, and he did an amazing job on that link on the actual technique that Eddie used when he played that guitar like a piano with a butler trick.
Mhm.
That's right. Basically, the thing was the Judgment Day guitar solo where he's playing like this, and he did it like a piano, like this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very, very cool. Let's see. Okay, let me save some of these. Some of these will take a little bit to answer. What was that? Who said that? Okay, let's see if we can knock this one out. Eduardo, he's asking about the D2H tailpiece. He's asking basically, I guess, what it does. What was it? You know? Anybody?
Actually, it was never released. It was something that Eddie was looking at releasing, what, Dave, about like 5-6 years ago, and it was never, he had a patent on it, but for some reason or other it never came out. He only had it on guitars, but it was devised to almost be like a detuner for each string, to drop each string down to a certain level, and there's some schematics of that actual detuner in the new Guitar Man magazine, or the newest Guitar Man magazine. There's actual schematics of it. Dave, you got any more information on that?
Well, yeah, it was used on the Different Kind of Truth record on a song called As Is. It was on the striped Wolfgang that he used on the two men in a, what is it called, 2.5 Men show.
2 Men and a Half.
And I think the 2.5, whatever.
Oh, 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men. Anyway, he had it on that guitar. He had it on a white one. He had it on a Sunburst one. He may have had it on a couple of other guitars. But again, it was never released. And yes, what it did was it dropped every string a whole step. So your E string would be a D, your A string would be a G, and so on down the line. And it did it in one fell swoop, where there was a lever on it. You hit it, and the whole guitar was detuned a whole step. So I don't know that it's ever going to come out, because I think that he's not using it. I don't know that he'll use it again. Who knows? You never know with Eddie. So I think that it's just another one of those things that is a good idea, but who knows if we'll ever see the light of day.
It's a great movie, man.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah. So what Dave said, basically, that is the D2H, which is known as the Drop to Hell bridge. Davin's typing something, I can see. Jim, is it Nichols?
Nichols?
Nicholson.
Quarters.
I think it's Nichols.
Nicholas.
Hey guys, Dave or Rob, will you guys ever make a replica of an art series Charvel from the 07 to 2012 tour? How many were made and sold off or auctioned off? These were the ones Ed played once and sold Rock On.
Well, first off, I was never a big fan of those guitars. I never really cared much for the striping pattern. I'm more of a fan of the old school 70s and 80s stripe jobs, Ed's original concept, and then Paul Uncker's concept, and whoever did the the stripe guitars from that point on. The art series guitars, I think, are really cool, and they just never really were. I was never a big fan of that style graphic. As far as how many were made, actually, again, I refer to the Young Guitar magazine, which I do not have handy on me. There's actually a count on all of the ones that Eddie did, and I don't know the number. Dave or Johnny might have the number, but I was actually looking at the magazine yesterday, and there's got to be in excess of like 60 or 70 of them that he did, at least.
Oh, it's more than that. There's more than that, because you got to think, he used it on 2 different tours, and he used 2 of them a night.
Right.
He used
you're
it
probably
in 2007,
yeah. You're right, Dave.
2008,
I think
and then 2012, 2013. I'm thinking there were more like 300 of them.
Yeah.
2 a night. I don't think he used 2 a night. I think they played 2 songs.
No, he used 1 guitar for each song. Absolutely.
Wasn't he using them in 04? Wasn't he using them in 04? Didn't he use them in 04 too, though?
04 as well.
Didn't
yes.
he use them in 04 too?
04 as well. Yep.
Right.
Yep. So it's 3 tours that he used them on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, Dave. There's probably at least a few hundred of them.
Yeah. I think the count.
I don't know,
is 300.
Dave. Your answer. What's your response on? What's your response on building replicas for your collection?
No, I'm not even remotely interested, because I can play any one of them that I want at the Music Zoo. There's easily been a half a dozen there already, and I can take photos with them whenever I want. And I know one of the I know the guy that owns them all, so I could play one kind of whenever I want. So it doesn't interest me.
What's the playability of those guitars like, Dave? I mean, the ones that you picked up. I mean, are they? Would you rate them kind of like a Wolfgang, or would you? as far as playability is concerned, do you kind of rate them like a Wolfgang, or do you rate them kind of like the regular Stripe series, or
No, I rate them like
own?
I rate they're exactly like the old Charvel San Dimas's from the early '80s, from like late '70s, early '80s. It's got the same neck, wide and thin. Everyone that I've played is super light, like I mean 6 pounds light. It's real. They're all really lightweight. They're all super nice guitars. Not like the ones you get in the store. I mean, they were all made for Eddie Van Halen, so they were made with care. All of them are great. There's not one that I haven't played that I was like, I mean, some of the stripes on them, I'm like, it's not very pretty. But as guitars, they're fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And they're all USA guitars, right?
Cool.
Oh yeah, and I'll even go further as to saying they're all custom shop guitars.
They're all straight out of Corona.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would believe.
Yes.
I would think.
Yeah.
That. Okay. Let's see. We got that one. We got this. We got that. Okay, we got that one. Let's go down here. Mark, how do you pronounce your last name, Mark? Huzansky? He says, my opinion is the Japan models are better with better upgraded features.
What models?
I think he's probably talking about someone else had a question too. Stratosaur? Said, what is your opinion on the older made in Japan Wolfgang specials versus the newer Mexican ones? They say I can't get my hands on both to compare the tone and the feel of them. I have reviewed the specifications, but looking for an opinion from someone who has had both.
I can't give an opinion because I've never played a Japanese one. As far as the Mexican one, I own one. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say the same thing. I've never played one, but I own the Mexican one, and it's phenomenal. Well, I mean, it's kind of a combination of a Mexican and Chinese one now, but when it was totally Mexican, I loved it too. So
right.
I agree with that.
Other than the Floyd Rose and the tuning pegs being changed, the Floyd's a German one and not a Korean one. The playability of the guitar was never changed. The way the guitar feels, I still have the Mexican neck on mine, the same pickups. I did not change anything other than the Floyd Rose and the tuning pegs. And the only reason I changed the tuning pegs is because I wanted chrome ones on there. They're exactly the same as the black ones. So it's really the same guitar, except it stays in tune a little better with a German Floyd Rose. That's about it. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Where did you send that to me, Teddy? It's not popping up. Oh, here we go.
Teddy just sent me on...
oh, yeah, Teddy. I think Teddy sent it to all of us. Teddy sent us a bunch of stuff. Also, I just want to say that Caleb, our friend Caleb, also, he said that definitely there were two guitars used a night, and he ran out of guitars 2/3 of the way into the 2012 tour and started using the Red Wolfgang for I'll Wait and for In the Cradle Will Rock.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a question on Messenger from a gentleman, and he asked what I put a few videos up this morning, just a little bit of noodling I was doing. I did a couple riffs with my my purple PV Wolfgang and also my Steinberger Transtrom, and just had a question: what pickups are in my Transtrom? Those are actually 1985 EMGs, because that's an '85 Newberg guitar, just like Ed's was.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a real deal. That's a real deal Steinberger there. That's no Gibson.
and you're not Fibson. So Teddy says there were 299 of those art series guitars. Documented.
Okay, pretty
Okay,
close.
well, that's about
300.
That's what he says. That's what he says. And as far as Stratosaur, is that right? Asking about the Japanese Wolfgang specials versus the Mexican ones. I've played both. The Japanese ones, I like the feel of the neck better. It's kind of a smaller. I imagine it being closer to the American one. I think. You know, the Mexican necks. Well, look at this. Yeah, they're bigger. They feel bigger to me. The made in Mexico ones.
Yeah, the ones that are made in Mexico feel, to me, to be like the PV Wolfgang Special necks. They feel exactly like.
There's
I own
more.
both, and they feel very similar.
Yeah, there's more back here.
There's
It feels like
a little bit
to
more
me.
meat. There's a little bit more meat in the back.
And the frets
This
are
way.
bigger. The frets are not
Yep,
the stainless
they're
steel
jumbos.
on these.
Right.
On the Japanese Wolfgangs and the Chinese Wolfgangs, they're stainless steel as well as the American ones. Whoa. They're all great guitars. Did you see that? Yeah, they're all great. They all feel a little different. They're all awesome though. Let's see. 802 Blues? Yes. Yeah, when Eddie was on that 2.5 Men with Charlie Sheen, he played something called Two Burritos and a Root Beer Float, and that became As Is on A Different Kind of Truth. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, still have to get to that. Let's see. Davin? Is it? Davin.
David?
Davin says he was asking about the Music Man double neck that Eddie used for Spanked back in '91. He's saying he heard the double neck Eddie played on Spanked. The top neck is a baritone neck, but he says he doesn't know what that means. He doesn't. Dave, explain what a baritone guitar is.
Baritone guitar is almost like a bass guitar. It's a longer neck. It's a longer scale. It doesn't quite use bass strings, but it's tuned from B to B instead of E to E. So, man, I can't even think what it would be. But if
Well,
you're
it
playing
can be
an E
tuned.
chord,
It can be tuned different ways. It can be tuned
it
to A.
can be, but standard would be B to B.
Okay.
Uh,
So the baritone neck.
and that's how Eddie has his tune.
That's
That's how
basically
Eddie had.
it's basically a 6-string bass is what it is, but smaller, so it's easier to play. You play it more like a guitar.
Yes, correct.
You know. Yeah. So that's what that was. And he had those made for the
all
tour.
the strings, all the strings on it are wound. Every string is wound.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've played a Music Man one, and all the strings were wound.
I used to have an actual Dan Electro baritone guitar, which I wish I still had. I wish I still had it. I had to sell it. It was the body and neck, actual 60s stuff. It was great. I wish I still had that thing. Man, that.
Don't you hate it when you have to sell those kind of guitars?
Yes, and that actually brings up a good. Somebody actually asked a question here. Where is it? Oh, well, yeah, this is sort of what I was just... yeah, Kyle Norton. Thanks again for that 84 sound check, Kyle. Kyle says, here's a question for everyone. What was one guitar that got away? So that kind of relates to what I was just saying. A guitar you wish you would have bought but ended up passing on. Huh? Oh, yeah.
Well, the Stevie Wolfgang last week. That's one of them.
The green one?
Yeah. That's one I wished I, you know.
There's been a lot of those, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I've had so many, and I've had so many guitars that were that guitar that I can't even really say. I will say that the only guitar that I've owned that I let get away that I wish I never sold was my original 1960 Stratocaster. It was probably the best Strat I've ever played in my life. I loved it. I went into the hospital at some point and needed to pay for whatever hospital bill, and that made sense. It just made sense to sell it to get the money for it. And,
yeah. Well, I mean, that's a necessity. That's something to sale out of necessity, you know.
Well, it's unfortunate because I tell you why, the guy that bought it, every chance he gets, he gives me a little dig. Oh boy, that's the best Strat I've ever owned. You know, because of you, I have it. And blah blah blah. I'm never gonna sell it. I'm like, you know what? You should get run over by a bus.
Thanks. It's like, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, rub it in a little more.
Yeah.
Dink.
That's horrible.
Well, you know, fight fire with fire, I always say.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about you, Rob? Did you answer? I can't remember.
No, I didn't.
He said that green Wolfgang.
I mean,
oh, okay. That's right.
Well, yeah, I mean, the green Wolfgang, that was kind of an off-the-cuff answer. I guess the only thing I would say, the guitar that I had the Steinberger I sold, and I ended up getting it back. And there was a few other guitars that I sold, I ended up getting it back. So. But I guess the one guitar that I never did get back that I sold years ago, that I wished I still had, was I had a black PV Wolfgang Standard, patent pending. It was a 1997 patent pending PV Wolfgang. And I'll tell you what, there was something about that guitar. I mean, Dave's talked about, you know, back in '98 when you played Eddie's Purple PV. You know, when you saw him live, he said it was just kind of like the, you know, the hair on your skin just goes up. And that was one guitar that I would honestly say played almost as well as my new, you know, USA Relic guitar. Didn't play quite as good at it, but it had that kind of feel that one had, and I loved that black Standard. It was the first PV Wolfgang I ever owned, and I wished I'd never gotten rid of it.
Didn't you say you gave it to someone?
That was one of the. Huh?
Didn't you say that you gave that to someone as a gift because they didn't have a guitar?
Yes. That was a long time ago. I ended up buying a purple one. And I had a friend of mine who was an incredible guitarist. This was back in 1999. It was right after the 3 tour was over. And I met this kid in the guitar shop. He was a younger guy. He was a couple years younger than me. This is, like I said, this was back, you know, almost, you know, 17, 18 years ago. And we got together, and I'd only been playing guitar for a few years. So, I mean, I was still learning and, you know, trying to figure things out, whatever. And this kid had a homemade, you know, old beat-up Strat that he painted like Eddie's guitar. Didn't even have a Floyd on it. And I'll tell you, I mean, this kid could play like you wouldn't believe. I mean, to this day, this kid was one of the most amazing guitarists I ever seen in my life. And he was playing on this old piece of junk guitar. And I remember he said to me, he's like, he was playing, I had a PV Wolfgang, you know. And we got together and played, and I actually learned a lot from this kid. And when I got my purple one, this kid was kind of in a lot of trouble. He was in and out of jail and didn't have a lot of money, and I think he had some issues going on and stuff. But I, you know, probably could have made a lot of money on it, but I actually gave it to him. I actually gifted it to him as a gift, and it was one of the most wonderful feelings I had watching this kid, you know, that never had anything really and had this old piece of crap guitar, but he made play amazing. Took this thing, and it was, I never saw the kid again. I think we got together maybe once or twice after that. I don't ever know what happened to him, but it was this guitar needed to go to him because this kid would have, you know, he would have put this. He put this guitar to good use. This guitar was a player, so it went to the right home. You know.
Good story.
So I guess I shouldn't say that I regret getting rid of it. I miss the guitar. I definitely miss that one, but I'm glad. I'm still glad that I, that I did what I did.
Yeah, nice. How about you, Johnny?
I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I still have good guitars. You know. I was at one point I was up to about 50 guitars. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Howie. Hey, man. I was up to about 50 guitars at one point. And most of those guitars, actually a lot of them were like Kramers. Kramers I would slap together. You know. Focus guitars. And I would say there was a couple of those I wish I still had. You know, even though I slapped them together, they were great guitars and they looked really cool. You know.
Yeah.
Really cool finishes and whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I still have like my Music Man, my PV, Ripley. You know.
Oh, that's right. You got the Ripley.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, and Davin sent a photo of the that red Wolfgang that Eddie played on the tour. He says, "Do you think EVH will ever release a version of that, the red Stealth?"
Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
You did.
You never know.
You never know. Okay, let's go for a few more here. Let's see. Russell O'Connor says, "Play the guitar, stop talking." Well, I say drink.
I would if
bourbon.
this was a show that we did that, but this is a talk show.
Yes. Let's see. 802 Blues says, "That's so awesome, Rob. Great story, man." Question for me. How old is Howie? Howie is... How old are you?
I'm 14.
He's 13. He's 13.
Good.
Frank C. Hey guys, I have a Japanese Wolfgang and the neck is incredible. I agree, man. Totally incredible, those things. Mike Krause, what's the story on the Ripley, JB? The Kramer Ripley that I have, I found in a pawn shop in Oakland, California, back in 1995. Somebody told me it was there, so I went down and checked it out. Thought it was awesome, you know. But you know, at the time, you know, I'd feel bad about buying anything from a pawn shop because you know some people have to pawn things and then they never get them back, whatever, you know. So I didn't buy it. I left it. You know, I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's cool, and I'm like, well, you know, whatever. And then several months later, like many months later, I went back and it was still there. You know. So at that time, I'm like, well, okay, it's still here. It's been I don't know how long, you know. So I figured, okay, I'll get it. You know. So I got it. And yeah, it's a great guitar. You know, I used to record with it a lot. It needs to be set up. It actually might need a little bit of work. But I would like to start recording with it again. You know, it's been
Stevens.
It's been years. It's been years since I've recorded with it. I used to do a lot of old demos. I should actually release some of that stuff. I'll have to dig up some of the cassettes, some of the 4-track Tascam cassettes of my demos with that guitar, and maybe put some of that stuff up on my SoundCloud. Because yeah, you can totally hear like the stereo spectrum of, you know. Steve Ripley actually got mad at me once because I had said that the guitar wasn't really stereo. But that's something Eddie had said. Eddie had said in the magazine that it wasn't really a true stereo guitar, so I kind of explained it on a video once, saying, well, it's not really stereo, but whatever. And then Ripley himself was like, yeah, it is. It's stereo. Like, what are you talking about, Johnny? You know, the man himself, the guy who invented the thing. And so I said, well, yes, it is. It is stereo, but
it is, but not really.
Not really. Yeah.
It is because you made it, Stephen, but not really.
You know.
It is.
Yeah.
You're right. It is, but it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So funny. You should send it back to him. Let him fix it and set it up.
Maybe.
We make this thing stereo.
Maybe.
Yeah, you know, you can make it stereo by putting a stereo jack in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ring
Well,
tip sleeve.
I think it has a stereo jack. I think it actually has one of those. I think.
Tell him to put a second one in.
It's been years. It's been years since I've actually used the thing. The last song, actually, there is a song I recorded. There was this band I was in back, I don't know, 12 years ago or something, and there was actually a song that we did. And I actually used it on the song as like a background guitar, I remember. I think. Yeah, oh no, I used it for an intro. I used it for an intro to a song, which I probably won't actually put up because the way we had to record the drums was pretty bad, and I probably wouldn't put that out now, but it was just for a demo. It was just a demo. It was a good song. But yeah, the intro to the song is the Ripley. I do remember. You could actually hear it, you know, pinging back and forth in the headphones.
Cool.
So anyway, yeah. So I will be recording with that at some point. It's a great guitar to record with. Mike, have you?
Steve Ripley and Matt Steinberger.
Yeah. Oh, Mike says, have you ever made any video with Ripley? Yes, I have, but not playing it. I've made a video explaining what it is. I've made 2 videos explaining what the guitar is. I've never actually played it on a video. Not yet, because the guitar has been out of commission for many, many years now. What color? It's black. It's a black. It looks just like. There's 2 photos of Eddie holding one. There's a photo of him where he's wearing like the jean jacket with the red. He's like standing. I don't know if he's like on the beach. He's got the short hair, and I believe he's holding a black Ripley. And then there's another more famous photo of him wearing like a gray like jumpsuit with the LA, or were they Oakland? No, they were LA at the time. The Raiders visor, and he's holding the guitar, and that was actually used on the cover.
Yeah, Los Angeles Raiders.
Yeah. The Raiders were LA, and then they moved up here to Oakland, and then I think they're going back to LA. I don't follow.
They actually used to be Oakland back in the 80s.
They started out as Oakland
back
Raiders.
Okay.
They started out as the Oakland Raiders, and then they went to LA, and then now they're back in Oakland.
Now back, and then yeah, I think they're going. I think they're moving again. I think. But anyway, yeah. So that photo of him wearing the Raiders visor, that photo was a cover photo for a guitarist for the practicing musician. Cover story, and so he's holding the guitar. Yes.
It's also the cover photo for the song Ripley on YouTube.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, they had used the inside of that magazine has a 2-page spread, and then that's the photo. That's that photo. Oh, hey, Super Junior. Sorry to hear about your guitars you guys sold over the years. I had an Ibanez Loch Ness Green 7-string Universe serial number 4. I sold in the late 90s. I still regret that deal, but I still have my 72 Fender Tobacco Strat with the original case. I will never sell it. Super Junior 1030 says.
Cool. Nice.
And
72 Strat. That's, you know.
Yeah, that's
a cool guitar.
David Allen Wright. 802 Blue says the Raiders are still in Oakland, but might be moving to Las Vegas. I think we're saying.
Vegas Raiders. That would be interesting. Yeah, I remember as a kid, you know, they were Oakland Raiders, and then went to L.A. back, you know, in the like Dave said, back in the mid '80s, and then ended up going back to Oakland again. So it's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I heard San Diego Chargers are going to move too. I heard. Actually, I think San Diego Chargers were going to go to L.A.
Yeah, as long as I've been out here, they've been Oakland. That's all you hear about. Oakland Raiders,
Yeah.
49ers, the A's.
Not in this house.
Oakland Athletics.
Yeah, Dave's one of those damn New York Giants fans.
No, I don't even care. I couldn't care less.
Dave doesn't like
Football?
baseball.
No, it's,
Mike
Dave
Krause
doesn't like
says
baseball.
Mike says the Rams are in LA now.
Yeah.
well, to the LA,
Hey, you
who
know-
cares?
But the only thing that matters is right here, baby. Right here, New England Patriots. You know, you hate us because you ain't us.
Hey, you can't say that word on
Sorry,
here.
that's Actually, wait, anus isn't a swear. It's a body part.
I always thought that it was I always thought it was a planet.
That's Pluto.
It's planet anus, yeah.
802 Blue says St.
Planet
Louis moved
Uranus?
to LA. Okay, how do we get on this now? Now we're talking sports, and I'm not even into sports.
Yeah, you know, sports.
Mike Krause
Sorry.
says that the Pats are a bunch of cheaters. Okay.
Oh, that's crap. That's garbage. Every team cheats. They all cheat.
Dude, don't
Stupid deflate gate thing.
don't light
Every
his fire.
quarterback's done that.
Don't light the fire.
Every quarterback's done that.
Oh God.
Aaron Rodgers puts more air in his balls, and nobody cares about that.
Oh, I'm spent.
Vinny wants to know if our Hangouts will ever be released on DVD.
Leave it to Vinny to make me smile.
You can make them yourself, Vinny.
Only the
you could actually
only the
do
ones that are
yourself,
socially
Vinny.
correct. And yeah,
Yeah.
you can put them on DVD.
Yeah, you can put. I'd actually. Hey, if anybody out there, if you want to put any of these on DVD, send me one, and I'll give you a shout out. That'd be cool. Actually, yeah. If you guys can put stuff from YouTube onto DVD, let me know, because I don't know how to do that. That would actually be.
I think there's
You don't know how to do something?
Well, I've never. No.
there is a way to do that. There's a program.
I know. There's actually there's several things of that I would like to have on a DVD or whatever. That's like stuff of mine that's online on other people's channels. You know, if anybody can like rip some certain videos. Mike Krause.
I'd like to have the letters DVD on a DVD.
How about Blu-ray? I don't know if you want to see this beard any more clear.
Well, Johnny, at least you weren't weed whacking tonight, so you know. Like last
Let's
time.
keep it moving. Keep it moving forward, boys.
Yeah. I'm not super tired. Mully just said something on somewhere, but what'd you say, Mully? Are you talking?
Molly's
now?
looking great. Molly's put a whole bunch of stuff up on Facebook. He's looking fantastic. Keep up the good work, Molly. You're looking great.
Yes. No, I don't think he's watched. He commented on something else, but I'm sure Mully will see this. So yeah. Keep it up, Mully. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to do a thumbs up, but I'm like pointing.
Keep it up, Molly.
Okay. There's a lot of sports comments, which I'll leave alone.
I'm just joking. I'm just giving. Everybody's got their opinion on that kind of stuff. That's fine. I'm just kind of making a joke, and I'm a Patriots fan, but everybody's got their opinion. That's cool. Whatever you like is whatever you like, and hey, kudos to all the teams. They're all a bunch of cheaters, anyways.
What? Mark said, if this has been covered before, excuse me. I don't think it has, though. When you mess up a paint job, how do you remove the paint from the body to repaint it? Do you use some chemicals or sand it?
What are we talking? Just on a guitar in general?
When you guys paint a guitar and you mess up what you're doing, how do you repaint it? How do you get rid of the paint and then?
It depends. You can use mineral spirits. You can use paint remover. You can sand it down. It depends. You can do a little bit of all three.
What I usually do when I've repainted guitars, because I've a handful of times I've done paint jobs on bodies, and they come out either incorrect or I'm not happy with it for whatever reason. Very rarely do I actually take all the paint off. I typically will basically just sand it down until you can't feel the lines anymore on the body, and then just prime it again and paint over it. As long as the paint has something to adhere to, and there's no way that, as long as I know the primer is going to cover up what was underneath, you don't have to go all the way down to the bare wood. I have it, and I've always been lucky by that way.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Dave?
I think he's absolutely correct. As long as the paint has something to stick to, it's fine. You don't even have to use primer. You can rough up. You can just rough up the wood. You can use actually wood sealer first. Put some sealer on the body and rough that up, and then paint right over that. Generally, to get any pop on any guitar, doing it, if you're going to use anything as a primer, I would either use black or white, a black color or a white color. Then the colors that you put on top, they'll pop more.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever
One
used
of the things that's nice now, some of the paint they make now is actually it's a white primer / gloss combination, and I've actually used that on a couple of my guitars, and it's great. I mean, it works fantastic. At least it has for me.
Sure. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys ever used a heat gun?
That Duplicolor Wimbledon white is a primer, and that's what all the white on my replica striped guitars is Wimbledon white from Duplicolor.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy says, have you ever used a heat gun to remove paint?
No, I haven't used one. I know you can. But it gets very messy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want? I know, but I don't want you to vomit again. No.
Huh?
My cat is meowing because he's hungry because he was sick earlier.
Sammy?
No, Alex. He doesn't digest his food. He inhales it, and then he runs around and
Oh. Well, how's Gary feeling?
Huh?
How's Mitch? Don't you have a cat named Mitch? How's he doing?
Mitch, as in Mitch Malloy? No, I don't have any animals named Mitch.
His middle name's Panama. Yeah.
Cool.
You got him in what, 1996, Dave? You got him in 1996, Mitch?
Huh.
Cool. Well, hey, thank you everybody for watching this stuff. It's about 6:20, West Coast. If you have any last-minute questions or comments, send them my way right now. And if you dig this video, if you dig this kind of stuff, please give it a thumbs up. That helps others enjoy the content. And subscribe to the channel. You'll be alerted to new content. We've been doing these things pretty regularly, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, about 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, where we just come on and we just talk about, Van Halen guitars. The PVs, the Kramers, the EVH gears, the Music Mans, the this and the that. It's cool stuff. Mike says
Well, I just want to say
he enjoyed the show.
Yeah, we enjoyed it too. At least I did.
I just want to.
Yes, Rob.
Hey, that's a nice picture you have there. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, you should take some photos of it outside.
Yeah, it'll probably pop more outside in the sun.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. Looks cool. R. Tabor? Not that I've heard, no. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up. 6:22 p.m. Yeah, we did about an hour, over an hour, which is cool. I've got some stuff I gotta do. So everybody, thanks for watching this stuff. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and join us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Friday. Same time, same channel. I'm sure Dave will have another guitar to show us.
Not Friday. Early next week, I'll have 2 guitars to show you. Early
Come on,
next
Dave.
week.
You're gonna have another new guitar before.
Nope. Not this week. Not gonna happen. There's not enough days in the week for it to happen.
Jimmy, thank you, Jimmy.
Not enough money in the checkbook.
Well, we won't talk about the money.
Okay. All right. I think we're
I
out.
know. Money's no object.
Here we go. 802 Blues. Great show. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Great guitar night. Huh? Great guitar. Something. I'm trying to read. Where was that? Oh yeah. New guitar, Dave. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what it is, sort of.
Well,
Sort of.
yes and no.
All right. Keep rocking and rolling, everybody. What's your
Absolutely.
channels? What's your channel, Rob? What's your channel? YouTube.
It's 5150 Rob on YouTube.
Cool. And you've been posting a lot of videos on Facebook. You notice.
I put a couple up today, and I put one up a few days ago. Nothing too crazy. I just was I did a couple of riffs. I took out the Steinberger Transtrem today and did just a little, 1 minute demo on Summer Nights, and again the sound. I'm using my iPhone. Check out the stripe case, guys. Check that. It's cool. Stripe case for my iPhone.
Cool.
EVH gear, baby. Just doing a it's just the iPhone kind of getting the background noise. I'm not miking it or anything, so that's why the sound isn't really that great. But it's kind of fun playing with the Steinberger for a little bit this morning, and then I took out my my purple PV Wolfgang. Dave got his new blue Wolfgang the other day, so I was kind of excited for the PVs again because looking at Dave, so I figured I'd put my purple one through its paces a little bit. So I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna probably take out my Music Man tomorrow and post a video just of maybe just kind of ripping through Seventh Seal. I was kind of like that song, and I just did a couple little kind of fun. Have to use
Awesome.
my Boss PS6 harmonist for that one. Kind of gives that detune effect for the balance error sound, So.
Awesome. Hey, Howie. Howie's stretching. He's like
Howie.
napping. He gets up and he's like stretching. He's like. Looking right at me. Hey. Howie the Dalmatian. Yeah. Yeah. Go. Whoa. Oh, look out. They heard the word Dalmatian and they went crazy.
My dog.
Why would he go crazy? It's what he is.
Huh? No, it wasn't him. It's them. Rob's dog.
Roman, stop.
Howie doesn't bark.
Roman, shh. Hey. Shh. Settle down. It's okay.
This is bark chat.
These two knuckleheads heard something outside.
Uh-oh. Look out.
Yes, hi.
All right, and Nesdal. Nesdal's channel on YouTube is just YouTube Nesdal.
David Nesdal.
Nesdel.
William Camporis just texted me and said he hates the fact that we're only doing 1 hour from now on, and he wants to know if we have any other chats elsewhere.
Well, I guess we could start tapping our phone calls if you want.
William, I'm sorry. It's just that, how much can you talk about this stuff in 2 or 3 hours? It gets to be,
No. It's just I got some stuff I gotta do. I have potatoes. I got potatoes. Potatoes? I got potatoes in the oven. I
like potatoes. Potatoes are cool.
Potatoes.
French fried potatoes? Awesome.
Potatoes. Yeah, I got some potatoes I gotta check on. So.
Oh my God.
Cool. Okay. All right. We're out of here. All right. Again, thumbs up the video if you dig it. Like. What? I guess that is liking, isn't it? Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You'll be alerted to more videos, more stuff like this. Facebook.
Subscribe to all of us, please.
Yeah, subscribe to all our channels.
Yeah.
Facebook. I've got my Facebook page. It's called Guitarist Johnny Bean. Go like that page, please. There's a lot of cool stuff on there.
Watch out for my Facebook Lives. We're all starting to do some Facebook Live stuff. I actually do some playing on mine, so you can get a laugh. And check it out.
Yeah. Well, you have. I think people have to be a friend of yours on Facebook for them to see those.
Oh, well then friend me first, and then check out the Facebook Live.
You can make those videos public though. You can just change it from friends to public.
Oh, okay.
So you can do that.
Hey Dave, you're always my friend.
What's that?
Dave, you'll always be my friend.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
You'll always be my friend.
That's very nice of you, Rob.
Dave has over 4,000 friends on Facebook.
Maybe one day I'll reciprocate. Are you coming over this weekend or no?
This weekend?
Yeah. I'll take your hesitation as a no.
Maybe. I thought we were talking about next weekend. I'll call. We'll chat offline.
Okay. Very good.
Mike Krause says
I might be tied up this weekend.
Okay.
Well,
literally?
Kind of literally, but.
Nice.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out.
All right.
All right then.
If you don't see me show up Saturday around noon, Johnny's like, let's end this now.
All right. I got.
Johnny, you got the on-off button.
I know.
You got the on-off button, buddy.
I could just kick these guys.
Potatoes to tend to.
Yes. Although I won't do that. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, I gotta go check on my potatoes. All right.
Go get those potatoes.
Thanks you guys for watching. Thank you very much. Come back Friday for more. Same time, same station. JohnnyBean.com. Facebook. Guitarist Johnny Bean. There'll be a link down below once we're done. Go like that page. You'll like it. I promise. All right, Rob. See you, man. Dave. See you. And
take it easy.
Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.